Hello, this is Julie James, Certified Athletic Trainer and Wellness Coordinator at Group Management Services. Welcome to our Exercise Seminar Series, Part 3, How to Build Your Own Workout Routine. I have been a Certified Athletic Trainer for 25 years. During this time, the single most question I get asked is, what should I do for a workout? When people are finally ready to get started, the first thing that derails them is that they have no idea where to start. Many people will just pick the first idea that comes to their head, or go to a class a friend is doing, or try out one of the DVDs that is most popular at the time. Most times this doesn't work out for many reasons. The class may have been too advanced for their fitness level. They may have hated the type of exercise they tried. They may not have known what they were doing or felt that they looked awkward. For this reason, without having a plan, many people fail immediately. During this presentation, I'm going to touch upon a few things you should ask yourself when you're ready to try a workout program. Sit down and think about the following. Determine your situation. How much time can you devote? Where will you work out? How long should I exercise? And what type of exercises should I do? Let's talk about what it means to determine your situation. Many people want to strike fast when they finally get that urge to begin exercising, or when they're ready to change up what they're already doing. But before you jump right in, seriously contemplate some of the following. Have you chosen an exercise routine or plan that fits with your age, your biology, your time frame, and what you like? Have you any interest in the type of exercise you are wanting to try, or are you only doing it because you have heard it has had good and fast results? Will you be combining it with a healthy diet plan? And last but not least, consider if you have any medical issues that might hinder you from doing the routine you have chosen. Many of us need to look at our age and ability in relation to the exercise. Take me, for example. I would love to try my hand at running longer distances, such as a 5 or 12K. But in reality, I have always been a sprinter, and I have had an ankle reconstruction on my right ankle and an old hip injury from years of dancing and tumbling on my left. This is not the exercise for me to try and master. After you have taken the time to determine your situation as far as fitness level and what your body can handle, it's time to look at your daily schedule. To help you succeed in your journey to begin working out, you will need to realistically look at how much time you are willing to devote to exercise. Sit down and look at your weekly routine. Can you fit in an hour a day? That would be ideal. Could you fit in an hour a day if you mix up your days with different forms of exercise? For example, are you able to go to a yoga class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but on Monday and Fridays you see that you can get in 60 minutes of walking by splitting it up into increments, like 15 minutes before work, 30 minutes at lunch, and 15 minutes after work? This would also be great. Maybe you want to start out trying to fit in 30 minutes 4 days a week. Look for the most efficient workouts you can do for your fitness level. Consider adding some body weight exercises or interval training to maximize your time limit. Now that you have set some time aside and realize what you can devote to exercise, it's time to figure out where will you work out. One of the biggest excuses I hear is that I don't have time to go to a gym, or I can't afford the cost of these fancy new exercise classes. But remember, exercise is the number one action we can do that affects so many aspects of your health, and it can be free. If you love going to a gym for the atmosphere or like taking classes, there are so many options out there. Check out your local area fitness centers, yoga studios, kickboxing, martial arts studios, or new wave gyms like Orange Theory. Many of these will offer an introductory class or package at a discounted rate. Make sure you take advantage of this and try before you buy. All gyms love to sell big packages to people who don't actually come. This is how they make their money. They don't have to worry about excess wear and tear on their facility and while collecting money. Believe it or not, these are the type of people that keep gyms open. But why not find ways to exercise for free? If you are a disciplined person, the investment of a home gym might be worth it. With today's technology, you can get a feel for working out in a gym through DVDs, mobile apps, Netflix, and YouTube. Many of these online apps will lead a class, have interactive tools, and allow you to feel like you are in the class. You can also think about going outside. You can walk anywhere. Look for a parking lot or an area park to go to. You can use curbs, benches, trees, swing sets, and more to perform bodyweight exercises. Think about inside your workplace. Utilize your desk or chair to do things like tricep dips, chest presses, lunges, seated arm, leg workouts, and much more. Or does your office have a gym? If so, what are the excuses you use not to take advantage of it? Do you say because it doesn't have a shower? Do you feel uncomfortable using it? Or are you unsure how to use any of the equipment? Or you just say you're too busy? Being too busy is not one excuse that we will accept. We need to take time for ourselves. You don't need to do a full-on sweat workout. Use that office gym to do some lightweight workouts, medium walking for 30 minutes, or just some stretching. Plan ahead and bring a soapy washcloth and towel to freshen up. In reality, most of us don't need to get that close to our coworkers that we need to worry about it. Take a hard look at the excuses you use and look for a solution. Now that we have figured out where you're going to work out, let's talk about how long you need to exercise. When talking specifically about how long to exercise, professionals are looking at two categories of time. The first time we look at is the actual session durations. What amount of time do you need to have to perform the type of exercise routine you have chosen? For example, to improve cardiovascular strength, the minimum time needed is 40 to 60 minutes 3 days a week. The intensity of these workouts will play a part in how long the sessions are. If you are a beginner, you will need to start out at a very slow pace. As you improve, you will be able to increase your length of training. For example, you begin a walking-jogging program with 3 days a week at just 15 minutes. Over the next 3 to 4 weeks, you progress to 45 to 60 minutes 3 days a week. If you now decide to add some strength training, a few 30-minute time slots would be beneficial. The second time we look at is the duration of the program itself. We typically like to see a plan of a program to encompass at least 6 to 8 to 12 weeks. Even if your goals are just to get walking consistently, or to lose weight, or to develop strength, or even train for an event, your best chance to reach your maximum goals is to have a mapped out routine. Can anybody else relate to this picture by now? I sure can. Now that you have determined your situation, figured out where you're going to exercise and how long you're going to exercise, it's now time to think about what type of exercise you will be doing. In reality, any type that you will do is the answer. I'm going to briefly touch upon 4 principles of exercise at the end of this video and continue with the last 4 in the final part of this series. The first principle I will touch on is called FIT training principle. The FIT principle has been a foundation of exercise for a very long time. The FIT principle stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type. This is a set of guidelines that cover all the elements you need to think about to create workouts that fit your goals. The greatest thing about a FIT workout is that you can adapt them easily to your fitness level as you progress. I have included a sample of a FIT principle workout for you in this slide. The next exercise principle I would like to talk about is called the SMART Goals exercise training. SMART goal principle can be used in many areas of our life, including exercise. SMART goals is an abbreviation that means S for specific and clear goal, M, a measurable, a goal that can be measured in verifiable data, A, attainable, a goal that requires work but can be done within reason, R, relevant, set a goal that is relevant to your life now, not I want to win a gold medal in track. T for time, set a start and end time, knowing you have an end time motivates you to get there. As you see, by following these 5 SMART principles, you can develop a great plan. Again, I have put in a brief example for you of what a SMART goal can look like as far as in the way of an exercise program. The last two types of training principles I would like to touch on are continuous training and resistance training. Continuous training, also known as continuous exercise, is any type of physical training that involves activity without rest intervals. Great examples of these would be running, swimming, biking, or walking. An example of low intensity of these would be a moderate walk for 60 minutes. A moderate level would be 65% of the workload for 40 to 50 minutes. And a high workload of this would be 100% of peak performance until exhaustion, or 80% of your workload for 30 to 40 minutes. Resistance training is any exercise that causes all the muscles to contract against an external resistance. The expectation is to increase strength, tone, mass, and/or endurance. Examples of resistance training would be free weights, weight machine, medicine balls, and body weight exercises. This concludes the end of our third part of our exercise series. The fourth and final part will discuss the last four principles of training and give some specific examples of different kinds of exercises. Hope to see you then.